morning, everybody, or good afternoon, actually, now, unless it's the next day for you, and it would probably be morning. Good everything to you all. Welcome to the couch. Look who I have.
Here we are.
Here we are, the three of us. Sans Debbie, who is not on the couch with us today. Maybe she's on her own couch.
I was going to say, there's probably a different couch that she's sitting on right now.
Yeah, she's probably watching, sending all her love. So we were just talking before we started, and we thought that we would go with this feeling of inspiration that we had, that we will do some personal readings, as well as if there's, I feel like there's conversation. And so in some of the recognition of what's been unfolding for us and for you personally, if there's anything that you want to bring up since the last week, I know with the Schumann resonance and that occurrence, that energy, I know that some people have really been feeling a lot of things, noticing a lot of things. I had mentioned inspired by JJ with her crow. Oh my goodness.
Oh, look
who's here.
What just happened? Who's at the door?
Program.
Oh, sorry.
Hello. Hey,
I'm trying to I'm leaving for like 10 days, and I'm trying to record and get shit done before I have to leave. And anyway, so I was recording.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. We're live. We're already live.
Hi, everyone.
I'm like, does she know we're live?
I did not know.
I'm like, okay, yes, we are live. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Hi, family. I'm trying to record stuff, so when I'm gone, you won't forget.
No, you're trying to record shit, not stuff.
I'm trying to record shit. It's not shit though. It's good stuff.
Totally.
No, it's good stuff,
Good
guys.
stuff.
That was the SH word was out of frustration.
Yeah.
Out of frustration that I was late.
So good. I was mentioning because I saw, and I couldn't even really tell, but I saw the crow on JJ's necklace. And we were talking about and are curious if people have been noticing how the animals have been acting. And so we're curious what people have been noticing with the animals. Does anyone want to share their animal recent experiences, observations?
I had a dream last night.
Oh.
I know this isn't the dream stream, but it has to do with animals.
It's all interchangeable. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I was at this outdoor place, and it was like we had booths set up, like these booths, and we were there, like all of us, like all the JJ, Lisa, Kevin, Kim, Linda, G, and then there was this other booth set up, and someone, I don't know who this is, but or who it was meant to be, but they weren't there, and I feel like it was Linda and I were walking up there, and I'm like, whoa, like the birds. I am telling you, like this whole place, it was covered in birds, like all kinds of birds, different types of birds, all kinds of birds. And it was so evident that this was weird because, maybe a few birds, but it was plastered with birds, all kinds of different birds. And the person who was supposed to be there wasn't there. And we thought, well, this is odd. And with all these birds. And that was kind of it. But the bird energy. And I remember thinking in the dream, oh, okay, we have this bird energy coming in. And so I remember walking back because this booth was up a little higher. So again, you had to go up a little incline to get to where these birds were. So that means something, I'm sure. And then, so I walked back down to where we were all to tell you about the birds, but I don't know.
Well, that's interesting. And look at all of the people commenting about these interesting animal situations.
Oh, okay.
So this is meant to be talked about.
Okay.
It's so interesting. And I was sharing backstage that yesterday, in the 5+ years that I've lived where I'm at, we've never heard the crows talking like they were yesterday. Like from morning till like just before sun went down, all day nonstop. It was wild.
Wow.
Like they were really, yeah, it was really interesting. And I'm start a bunch of things if anything pops out to any of you. This one's interesting to me. Eliza, I miss the corvids. Is that how you say that? The Hawaiian crow. It's almost instinct. Wow.
Oh.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, their behavior has been interesting. The animals. Oh, more crows. I've been noticing the crows have been eating on the grass at my daughter's place. Was only 2. Oh my gosh, that's interesting.
Yeah, people are talking about deer and
Right.
their dogs,
Yeah.
cats.
I found a toad in my yard wagon and put him in a dish of water. Will he guard my flowers?
Hmm.
That's so great. Wayne's saying, a crazy robin was pecking at the house and just staring in the windows for the past week.
Yeah, I had a bird that did that. You could see like he would just leave like his little dirty, prints all over the window.
Some anxious animals, yeah. Finicky,
Yeah.
disoriented. Actually, Brian,
Not Luna.
not Luna, yeah, she's
She's just passed out.
but I'm chill. Brian was saying that yesterday. He said that his perception of it was that they seemed really anxious. He's like, they're coming out. And I was sharing too that we had, in a matter of, actually it was the day before yesterday. Yeah, the day before yesterday, we had a bear in the yard. And then a few minutes later, I could see another one on the trail. And one was so close that it growled. If you've ever been growled at a bear, it's like,
No, thank you. No.
I did
It's not-
the whole thing. I screamed and then I ran. So it's like,
That's what, and you should. That's exactly what you should do.
okay, good. Well,
I don't think no.
Are
That's
you
not,
supposed to be quiet and play dead?
no.
No,
You're supposed to make yourself big.
Big.
And I would always like yell at the bear like it was a dog, like, no,
Yeah,
go home, bear.
Oh,
yeah.
and
So
I did
you,
play.
yeah. So you did good. The screaming.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, interesting. Seeing lots of roadkill. Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One smucked him on the train. Interesting. Oh, and this another one. Evelyn had a dream about blackbirds as well last night. Yeah. Deer in the backyard. I could just keep going all day talking about the animals. Just
I know, right?
Yeah.
I had a murder of crow in the backyard for the past 2 weeks. Yes, the crows specifically, their ability to language and communicate, I think, is phenomenal. And so I feel it's connected partly to what happened with that Schumann resonance, which last week when we were on the couch, I think it was one of the last things that kind of popped up was the Schumann resonance. And I was like, I don't even know anything to speak about this.
Yeah.
But that was really, actually, it was the day after it had happened, as a matter of fact, because I think that had happened on the Saturday.
You know what would be really neat is to do like a animal reading, like what do they have to say?
Okay,
You know,
let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the winged ones, or just see what they have to say.
Yeah. Good call.
Do we want to pick any or just go with all? Let's go with all.
See, maybe it'll be different for each of us, as we kind of move into it.
I do feel like, just the birds themselves, that's like an opening to everything, because that resonates with me as just messages in general. So the bird opening and the bird vibe today, I think, is opening up the door for us to get messages from all the rest of the animals.
Mm. It's so simple and yet it's so profound, is that the first thing that comes in is that they want to remind us that we're not alone. We are not alone.
Birds in general, they're messengers, right? Communicating. Birds are often used symbolically in talking about communication and the passing of communicate, opening up communication.
I was just getting that the like that staticky kind of energy. It's like they're saying that it's turning on and off. So like the Schumann resonance, it's almost as if like right now I'm feeling a little dizzy, and then there's times when I feel like more relaxed than I have been. It's almost like static, like that static energy. It's like on, off, on, off, on, off. It's like somebody's messing with us with the energy is what I'm seeing.
All right, I'm getting something over here. I drew a little heart, and I think just a lot of what's coming out with this is, you got, flock of seagulls, murder of crows, herd of whatever, gaggle of geese, or, I think that a lot of what is going on with the animals coming in is to remind us that we need to find those common denominators and really come together in love, in protection. And animals have those natural instincts of just protecting each other and the nurturing. And if one, you all have seen the videos, you see like a cat raising a bunny, just how you can cross-reference even the different animals, how they just get that nurturing instinct in there. And male penguin taking care of I don't know, I think that happens too. The male penguins are very nurturing. And where I'm going with this is, I do think that there is a lot along the lines of reminding us of how we can come together and take care of each other and nurture each other. And the love is so natural. And I think maybe from the time you're a baby till you get a little bit older, sometimes outside influences knock off that pure love vibe. You get introduced into situations that make you veer away from that pure sense of, I like you, I vibe on you, and let's just hang out, right? Like the way children do. Anyway, that's what I'm getting over here.
Like the way children do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's such a great feeling.
Who said that? What was her name? Eliza. This one, that's exactly what I was getting. Yes. Thank you for saying that. And I almost feel like, and then I feel like super relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I describe that.
Okay.
And I think that I'm feeling it on both ends. It's like, we need the help.
Yes.
of the animals, but they also need the help of us. Like it's
Yes.
a relationship. It's like that nectar. I was like, because it was okay. I'm gonna go really weird, y'all. They brought me inside
Wait till I show you my cards. I'm going
of
weird.
the beehive, and I was like, I wrote down the sweet nectar, and I could taste it, and I'm like, in this, and I'm like, okay, it's there for us, but we also need to provide for them. So there's this partnership, and it feels like
Sorry, I was trying to start it. Why did I do that?
okay. I heard also the part about being loyal to what we love, this loyalty, and I don't know, it feels really good, and I've got this taste of honey in my mouth.
I like it.
So good.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
So when I first, was kind of trying to step into this energy and get, okay, so what's going on here? I have to admit, I was a little anxious about what I was receiving. It was a little alarming. However, as I further sat with this, like Kevin was saying, the animals and the birds, they're here to help us, and we're here to help them, right? So that communication piece is super important. And because as we continue to move forward, there's going to be times that we need to rely on each other. And when I say each other, I mean us and the animal kingdom. We're going to rely on, what I'm being shown is indigenous, as they literally relied on that communication from whether it was an eagle or a crow or whatever. They relied on that communication back and forth to be told, you must move where everybody's living early this year because winter is going to be coming early. You know what I mean? And the animals would tell the people when to do that, right? So, and I'm just getting this message right now, so you can correct me if you want, but you know the gist of what I'm saying. We are coming into a time where we need to build that communication piece up again. Okay. I have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands coming in here, which is describing that receiving messages with that Queen of Wands as well. And that's she's a visionary. She is it also speaks to that when I first saw this, I thought of that magnetic resonance type of feel to it. Anyway, it's going to be important to create this communication, build this communication as we move forward. And we have the 5 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. So lots of swords. And again, this is air. This is communication. This is, so many things coming in with these cards. And I don't want you to be alarmed, but it just talks about there's things coming in with this that we can't change. It's coming, right? And so we can't change this, but what we can do is communicate and get a heads up of what to do, right? So we're not sitting in the anxiety of it, right? And then the 3 of Swords energy with it. So, and this is talking about clearing the ground. So, and opening it up for the new as well. So there's a lot with this, and I know it looks scary with all those swords, but I just really feel like they're like, hey y'all,
Yeah,
let's commune, let's do this together, because there's as we shift and as we move, things are going to be different, and we need each other.
Yeah, no, that's bang on. That the polar bear was like, I was like, it drew me in when his head was turned the other way. And I was like, why are you making me look the other way? And it's to trust the divine detour that we're being shown. And
Oh,
so
I like it. And
it's
look
so
at the baby
beautiful.
bear down there,
Yeah,
just
we
resting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we
So
don't have
good.
to be in the fear of it. We don't have
Yeah.
to be in the concern. And sometimes it's like we need that in
Yeah.
order to kind of detour. So we have to be in our trust. This part is, it is the new beginning. And however we want to be with that, we get to decide. And so it's exciting times. And we're feeling, I mean, that's the thing, people are feeling so many different things. So many different things. And I was reading in the comments, just people from feeling, well, some people kind of both ends of it, feeling anxious, some people feeling really grounded.
Yeah.
It can be so different.
Yeah. This type of shift, it depending on your own filters and your own life experience, you're going to experience it differently. And that's okay. It's
Mhm.
okay. It doesn't mean, oh, they got to experience it and they felt grounded and I felt like this. Well, that's okay. That's all right. It's supposed to be that way.
I don't know if this is happening to all of you, but and the people viewing, but my computer keeps acting a little funny. So I've already yelled at all my family members to get off the Wi-Fi. But if I go glitchy, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So when I was watching your intro, Kevin, I got the feeling of magic. And so I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to Debbie, and they're just like, you know, the magic trick where they just keep going and going and going with the different colors.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's almost like just let your colors emerge. It's just like, but it's so funny that it's coming from a different body part, you know? It's like, I wonder if you were to pull out your different colors, your gifts, and all of that, you know, with different frequencies from the Schumann resonance and whatnot, like what part of your body would you pull that magic from?
That feels good.
Yeah.
Lisa, what are you feeling? Oh, she muted.
Oh, you're muted.
She muted.
I actually didn't do that. I thought maybe you muted me because
No.
thing.
No.
I mean, I feel the same way that you guys are feeling, and with the animals and the. I really like that it was brought up that the animals are here to help us, and we're here to help them too. It needs to be like that, and that's probably a reminder. I keep going back to what I was saying earlier about, you know, the birds being messengers and them being an example of what messages are resonates with me. You know, it's so interesting because I'm never sure if what's coming in is an indication of, you know, maybe what everybody needs to just do individually or just as a group, if that makes any sense. I think that sometimes a lot of the messages should resonate more personally on some notes, but then as a group on others. I think there's a disconnect that's kind of been going on, and all of us are really on board on making that disconnect not happen. So with the animals coming in and all that stuff, it is a reminder of how important it is for everybody to come together, and it is about growth and love and nurturing, and I'm just like completely hung up on that right now.
I like that, Lisa. I like that. I like that you, the encouragement that your team is for even us to come together. Like we need to also come together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. None of this separate stuff or or we need to stop. We need to get out of the judgment seat and begin to link in side by side and support one another. You said it perfectly, Lisa. Okay,
Thanks.
I need to keep it going, but it's
nature.
a big message.
Yeah, nature's showing me the way they're describing it to me when you're talking is that we're all flowers in the field. You know, some of us are weeds, some of us are this or that, but we're all a part. We're all a part of
Exactly.
Yeah, I think everybody, when you get frustrated, even with just little things that's going on with yourself, you have a tendency to kind of get away from that. And I think it is a friendly reminder of, appreciate everybody. And not everybody has to be on the same page 24/7. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's meant to be that way. How beautiful is that?
Yeah. So that's important. You got to get those different points of view and those different feelings and just be compassionate and open and appreciate everybody.
And Wayne says it perfectly. No more us and them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, I wanted to share something that Richie from the community shared with me, and it's talking, and hopefully this is okay because it's a beautiful idea of like when you're tapping into like the animals or nature, instead of like trying to hear. I think the way he described it was tapping into the energy of it, because then the tree, when you lean into the tree and the energy of the tree, okay, thanks, Richie. Then you get to hear like all the trees, it's not just like one. So like tapping into the energy of it. Hopefully I described that, Richie, the way you described it. I thought that was such a unique idea.
It's beautiful. And to add to that, it doesn't limit us to just this moment. We get to tap into the past, the present, and the future by that energy and resonance. There's a connection I'm hearing with the animals and the recent resonance. And so in that, there's parts of them that they're going like, I don't recognize myself, or I don't feel like myself. And I know that we have, there's been lots of people that have shared that in recent, they don't feel like they feel like themselves. And that's okay. And that it is partly the shifts that are happening. And so in the back to the Schumann part of it, part of the what spirit is saying is that it is enhancing like our abilities. And because we are, most or all of us are empathic, we're going to feel it that much more. So they're saying to really be gentle and careful in this time, but that our abilities will really, for some people, be off the chart. Your abilities will look very, very different. So it's not uncommon to feel different. So when we embrace that, instead of question and think that something's not okay, we can really step into that. It's however you language it, an upgrade, an awareness, all of that magic.
And we can't stop it. So let's be creative and move into it. Yeah.
I'm stuck on that fabric too. That's
the
wonderful fabric. I'm like, because I was like, I heard your question, JJ, of like, where would that come from? And it's like, where would it come from? It's like out my ears.
Mine's my throat.
Yeah, I'm like clearing my ears, but it's like this tug of war. And so for me, I feel like there's resistance in that. And it's like where I'm being pulled this way, I'm being pulled that way. It's actually quite interesting.
I don't know if people in the community or you guys have felt this too, but there'll be like this in dream time, there'll be like this these reminders of things that I might need to pay attention to, like things that happened in high school. I'm like, why's that coming up again? You know, like I'll have a dream where there'll be like 17 instances of like things that remind me of situations in the past. Just squeezing those out, you know. Dream time.
Shadow work.
Dream stuff's been
Yeah.
active over here for sure.
Has it?
Oh yeah. Lots of
Fabric of life.
So good.
Mhm.
All righty. Go ahead.
Telepathy would really help that becoming one.
Right?
Well,
I'm always praying for telepathy.
you have it. You have it. It's
Mm.
just tune in it into the right station. You know, you hear people trying to tune in to get it clearer. You know, Shannon is a I forget what you call it, but you know, she can talk on the, what is it? I can't even remember what it is, but you have to be licensed to do it, and you have to take tests and everything to be able to talk on these airwaves. Anyways, I hear it all the time. So, but to tune in to being able to hear someone in, you know, across the world in New Zealand or whatever, and you have to tune it. So they're showing that we all can do it. It's just tuning it in. You got this. You got this, JJ.
Well, I do, because Gina's like fabric of life, and I'm like, I think she sent that to me because that's what I was thinking like a few minutes before she wrote it.
Thank you, Starhawk. Yeah, ham operator.
Wow, Shannon is really cool.
She is really cool.
That's
You
impressive.
guys, she's cool.
Shall
we
we
have an antenna out in the yard.
I was just thinking about in New Mexico when she did that sound bowl healing thing, man. Okay, so you guys hear like the sound bowls and stuff, but man, Shannon, you just close your eyes and it sounded like little kids were going pitter patter, and it's like all of these. I got goosebumps just thinking about it, and my legs are all shaky. It was like the coolest sound healing.
Yeah,
It would be great if Shannon could come on and do something.
wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't
Come
it?
on.
She's
Come on.
invited anytime.
Shannon, are you listening?
Join the healing light. It's a good time.
She's already on the vacation. She's
Oh.
gone. She's not even here.
All right. Would one of you like to choose a question? No? Okay.
You start us off, Kevin. You
Okay.
start us
I
off.
will. Let us see here. Where are they taking us? I just want to put this. I love this, Gina. Yeah, they were in harmony with the animals. Absolutely. Oh, that's interesting. So, Ellen, you started with, I haven't felt like myself for more than a week. What is going on with me? And then I think there was a second part you've just said. So, I guess my question is, if I'm with the right person, the question is part of my weird feeling. Interesting. It's interesting when we just settle into actually how we're feeling, we can be in the conversation. I'm just going to say, oh, go ahead, JJ.
Well, you know, the fabric of life, the magic trick, they were showing me, they're just like pulling it out again for Ellen. And then it was certain colors. Like I just kept seeing certain colors of shades of blue. I thought that was cool.
Oh, shades of blue. Okay.
Shades of blue.
So that throat chakra and third eye stuff could be coming into play there. I'm wondering, Ellen, are you feeling that you have your full voice in this relationship? Are you fully you?
And that's interesting because the two cards, these are really powerful. And I think there's some duality in this. The first one is the soul solitude. And they want me to read both of them. The second one is the soul power. And it's interesting that that's the male energy and this is the female energy. And that kind of window draws my attention. The soul solitude says, your soul needs attention. There are moments when it is important to get away. I need my glasses. Not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. And they're saying, carry on with the soul power. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have unlimited supply and soul power at your command whenever you need it. And to me, it feels like this merging of both. And that's really interesting that I heard that we don't need somebody else to make that happen, that we actually have the ability to do that on our own. And yes, actually, I'm going to stop there.
Do you want to go next, please?
Am I unmuted?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I know I need to, I guess, get my shit together over here. I feel like there's a lot going on with your self-confidence, and I think you need to establish your individuality in this relationship. I'm definitely feeling like in my heart, I feel like you want a relationship is what I'm feeling. I think this is a desire for you. The companionship. I got the Three of Pentacles. I know it's got 3 in there, but I think it's really making me feel more along the lines of you want to have that partnership and working together, that teamwork vibe. 7 of Cups. It's difficult to decide. You are maybe, sometimes it's a double-edged sword. Are you setting standards too high? Are you setting standards or expectations too much that things aren't opening up for you as you would wish? But I got the 3 of Wands for you. So looking ahead, 9 of Cups, I think it really is a lot about focusing on yourself and making sure that you are okay with you. But there's a tendency for me to feel like maybe you shouldn't take it so seriously with what's going on. And 8 of Cups too, maybe there's some things to let go of, things that are not serving you. Sit down and, okay, Ellen, sit down, think about the things you want, the things that would make you happy. Don't think so much along the lines of what you can do for somebody else. I think you've reached a stage in your little planner of life in the bubble where you're like, you know what, I've done a lot of stuff and I need to make sure I'm okay. And I think that's where you're at right now is what I'm feeling. So do that and putting that energy out there and being so positive about you. Oh my gosh, you're going to be flooded with all sorts of options. So I feel like you don't need to zone in on this one, but I think this is someone that you can rely on for, just having a good time, learning things along the way, bouncing ideas off of maybe your creativity levels are the same. There is a commonality with you guys, but I think there's so much more for you that you deserve is what I'm getting.
This is clear. It is clear that you're scared of getting back out there But you did get back out there, and that's a good thing. You have the 9 of Wands here, and so you did get back out there, and that's good. And I have the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands coming in here for you, and that speaks to that you are in a good place to really see the bigger picture, and that's what gave you the confidence to kind of go. You're like, okay, I think I got this, and I feel like you do, and you have the strength to overcome any obstacles now. You're very aware, you're more present in regards to yourself in the things that Lisa brought in as well. But I do have the Emperor and the Chariot, and that's bringing 2 pretty opposite people together to move forward and in that relationship. And the Emperor is showing pretty, as a strong, solid person. If this is the one, then if this is the person, the guy that you're with now, then I mean that's pretty solid. But this is the energy that you're moving towards, that Emperor energy. Whether this one is it or not, the important thing, and what Lisa touched on, is that you're solid with you, and it's not going to be like the other one. This is not the same at all. It's offering you some some friendship here, and movement, and really doing some possibly deeper healing for yourself. But yeah,
I think that's what those 2 cards were saying, where it's like that soul power and that soul solitude. And it's like we have this idea, and I'm not discrediting this, that the deepest expression of love comes from relationship with someone else. And maybe that is for some people, but maybe for other people it's not. And so you stepping into that, in the feeling that you're in that soul power, is what they're saying is more important than an actual like partnership, which is really interesting. And I kept hearing, sorry, Debbie, just one more thing, and then JJ, go ahead. But kyanite is supportive. So there's something about the kyanite that, and I don't know what that is, but I kept hearing it as Debbie was talking. So
kyanite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like kyanite. It's good for spiritual growth.
Oh, okay.
And it comes in different colors. There's blue kyanite.
Okay, I was seeing blue.
Like blue. Yeah. And they're bringing me right here on both ears, and it's like there's some junk, like old things. Like this sounds weird, but when you have a cup of tea and you forget where you put it, and then like a week later you look and there's junk in it, it's like they're bringing the junk. And when I focus on that, this area, for me, it's the things that you see, all of the senses. It's got like the tears. I feel like there's maybe something that you have cried about, or maybe somebody in the community, if this is for you too. It's just like there's stuck tears right here. There's when you try to keep in the crying and your sinuses are all stuffy, it's just like, just take some time to like just gently rub right there, and just think about the junk from that past relationship, like, and just, even if you're aware or unaware with what you're holding in from that, just gently massage that, and just be like, I know that you're there. It's okay to let that go. And I was also getting just really working on thinking about you too.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Did you get that visual by experience there, JJ? Have you left some tea around?
No.
I lose stuff daily, like, and then I'm like, well, is this coffee from today, or was that a couple days ago? Yes.
Alrighty. Thanks for your question, Helen. I just want to acknowledge this one, Starhawk. If you want to reach out to me through email, I worked for over 5 years in a world famous eating disorder clinic. And so I do have some information that I'd be happy to share. So if you want to email me, we could be in that conversation. So, and yes, we are sending prayer around for your granddaughter. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All righty.
Oh, do you want me to?
Somebody can pick.
Oh, we're picking. Okay, I'll pick. Um, Viviani. Hello, Viviani. Message from my guides, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm hearing right up. Yes, there are times when you get that anxiety and it helps spur you along, but they want you to kind of see it and release, because this is not assisting you right now. This anxiety feeling I'm getting, I don't know where this fits for you, Viviani, but this is not serving you. This is old. This is old, and oh, we might have JJ. We might have a string of that tea stuff you're talking.
It's totally coming through. Yes.
Yeah. So again, another opportunity here to kind of look at and release some of it, because this is old. This is not current. This is not anxiety that's meant to kind of wake you up and go, okay, yeah, I need to pay attention. This is more of, this is old. It's and to release it. So this is not assisting you, is what I'm saying, and it's okay to release it, because there's nothing in your circle that you need to be aware of right now. Anxiety helps us be aware of, okay, something's coming in, something's happening, we need to be aware. This is not that, they're saying, so go ahead. This is a good time to go ahead and release that. Yeah. She says doing shadow work and dealing with a lot, Debbie. Okay, so that. Okay.
Yeah, they were showing me the the magic trick for you, and it was really interesting that it wasn't just like, for me, it was through the throat, but what they were doing is it was coming down, like, and it felt really good. Like, it really needed to, like, almost like when Kevin said, like, the ear floss or whatnot, it's like it's cleaning out some things as it's passing through. And they really want to put the importance of the people who argue about which way the toilet paper is supposed to be, like, whatever that thing is. I'm not one of those people, but they're just like, just specifically tell them that it's, it's coming from the top down. So I don't know if that's a funny thing between you and somebody else, but yeah. But it feels real. It feels good. It feels grounded. Like, if I have that junk stuck up in here and I'm pulling the magic fabric of life down, it clears the stuff on the side.
And I got the bat transition coming in for you. This is transition for you. So what you're feeling is, it may seem kind of overwhelming at first, but it says you must let go of these old things, these old habits, these old way of thinking, or whatever it is, and patterns that no longer serve you. And you're being called to a higher self, higher calling. And so that this stuff is hindering that So transition, you are transitioning. So that's
Mm.
yay.
Very overwhelming, she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling that energy of the anxiety around like it brought me back to like when I was in school and watching the clock and like waiting. You could hear the clock ticking and ticking and ticking. It was like this. It was like anxiety inducing, and it's like they don't want you to keep watching the clock ticking. They want you to be in the present, and sometimes because of the circumstance that can be challenging, I pulled one card and it was to trust your understanding.
Hmm.
Just really being in your power, Vivian, and we know you're so powerful. If there's guidance, it's not to wait. You know what I mean? It's like this, okay, like, 6 months down the road or 12 months down the road, they want you to be present. They're really nurturing you in that anxiety. They're really helping you with that. So,
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, over here, what I did was what I wrote down was more of something along the lines of a fog. I think you feel like you are in a fog of some sort. And, it's a little piggybacking off of everybody else on this, but for sure, I threw 3 cards for you. I got the strength card for you. Also got the sun.
Oh, great card.
And the 9 of Wands, 9 of inspiration. I just love the look of this card. This is you 100%.
wow.
So this is you coming into your own power and moving beyond all the stuff that you're really hesitant about. And, maybe other outside forces have made you feel lesser than. I think that a lot of the message is, no, you're so much more than. So do that is what I'm getting.
And in that last card, she's wearing her power red outfit. And that's so important.
Look that
That's
up again.
root. That is like, be in your trust.
Oof.
That's a beautiful card. So good. And interesting, it's like fogs in the back, Lisa, of that card.
Yeah, a little bit, right? A little bit.
Yeah. Stepping out of that. Oh, there's
you can even look in along the lines of the way that the wind is blowing the dress. It's like the storm. Here you are standing in the middle of your own storm, but you will overcome it.
Yay.
You'll overcome it.
This might be helpful to understand.
Oh, wow.
Pluto is retrograde at 29 degrees of Capricorn. That is the last degree of the sign. So it holds all sorts of cumulative energy. This may be why old stuff is stirred up. So
welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Well, JJ and I immediately did the music video.
That's great.
Oh,
good.
I like red too. I have dark hair. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Good on.
Okay, I want to pick this one.
Leah.
Hi, Leah.
I think this is a question a lot of people are coming into lately.
Yeah. Yes.
And this has something to do with animals as well, like as a collective. And the birds and bringing the messages.
Tina, I want you to know I starred your question, so you don't. I don't want you to have to keep writing it over and over again. We saw you. We got you starred.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. Oh, interesting, Leah. They're showing me you, and you are doing this and doing these types of things with your hands and moving energy. And this, usually when I see this going on, there's language coming with it. So that you may have heard it as light language or spirit language or this language, and it is basically frequency that we don't have English words for that, and you're moving. So, and you've probably seen JJ do this, and Karen does it as well. I do it too, but you wouldn't have seen me really do it. But I use it in healing when I'm doing my healing sessions, and this is a frequency that comes in to ripple. And if you're doing healing, then you're bringing that healing in. If you're shifting energy just in general, that's what you're doing. JJ can speak more to it, but that's literally what they brought in.
That is literally what they brought in for me too. And like the throat singing, the Mongolian throat singing, I freaking love that stuff.
Ooh,
like the resonance
yes.
of it. Or like how a bullfrog, you hear the bullfrog energy, but they brought in deep resonance, and it has something to do with the vibration that's, I don't know if you have a deep voice or if this is just an energetic thing, but it's like deep resonance. And it's like, it's right here. I love it. Love.
I love that you guys said that, because I wrote down just 3 things. I wrote down angel numbers, music, and rhythm.
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Whoa, I just got the chills on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something along the lines of that beat, that resonance, that it's so tribal and ceremonial, and there's like a really deep feeling with that. Like I'm feeling it over here. It's
and not to sound like a broken record or a parrot, but I got when you said bird, it's the parrot energy, and the message is to watch your words. So I think it's really, and I pulled one other card, which was a repeat, and the shuffle was to trust your understanding. So yeah. Oh, a third card, reaching your destination. Reaching your destination. So yeah, really, I feel like a strong energy around your spoken ability. Your words can heal people.
Yes.
You're saying, so really being in that mindfulness comes with responsibility, of course, but there's that healing aspect there for you and them. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Good stuff.
So just dance around your house, Leah, or whatever. Just let it flow.
Yes, be playful with the sounds. That's what I do too.
Playful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I have heard of the Mongolian heavy metal Starhawk. It's pretty cool.
And he does have that good voice. So there you go. Record. Let's get this going, Leah.
Hi, Tony. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, Tony.
All right.
Lisa, Lisa's turn.
Okay. Let's see here. Gosh, a lot of good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Excuse me. I mean, how are you guys with health stuff?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I currently have to pee.
All right.
Release.
I'm feeling Sharon O'Brien here. Worried about my health and having several tests where to look.
All right. Okay, Sharon.
Yeah, that makes me dizzy, and they're coming like right from the back. It's almost as if it's something that when it comes from the back, it's like something that you don't see that was coming. and specifically like right here in this energetic area. Whew. I'm just going to say a little light language, Sharon. I hope that's okay with you. Kanuta ishti tanuka iwa no tatana shtita. Yena na ishti tanu iwa wa nui nama shtita yema to numa bagishti tana yema kuiwa. Etana shtita nama yewa kuyama shiwa. Awina uka unishti tanu katana ye pa yewa. Panina no ishti yema to titana shtita yewa. Maiwa kuina shena kiatseshe kana yewa. And they're showing me something that's rolled up as for protection in this area. Almost as if somebody who had whiplash, would wear a protection right there. So they're just energetically putting on this like really supportive, like those pillows that you put around your neck when you're traveling. Yeah. Go take a potty break. Never. I'm in this to win this.
The thing that made me actually choose it was when I saw it, when I read it, I felt kind of dizzy, and I also got a lump in my throat. So I don't know what that's about. And I don't know if that lump is that nervousness and anxiety with it or whatever. But the lump's like still there. So this is important for you. For sure. I want to try to draw some cards. If you all want to go ahead, go for it.
And I'm seeing community, like a coming together. Like, I know that whenever we go through health things, and we can be surrounded by a lot of people who are supporting us, but we're still kind of in this alone. We're facing a lot of internal dialogue, so I recognize that. However, what your spirit team is saying is this is an opportunity where to open up for lots of love, an opportunity for lots and lots of love, and it's just a different part of your adventure here. And we often, as humans, when we are given health challenges, we kind of step further. It's like we get so wrapped up into the health challenge that we're missing out on life right here, right? So life here and things that are still happening, recognizing the trees are still green and the flowers are still colorful and those types of things. And this is just metaphor. However, when humans tend to miss out on this and the actual portion of the road that is still beautiful when we are presented with health challenges. And I've been there, done that. And so I totally, I'm not just, speaking out of whatever, I'm Sharon, but they're encouraging you in this time. All of us are going to have experiences with challenges with health and stuff like that. We are human in these human bodies, which, things happen. So this is a message for actually all of us to not allow, as a human, the health challenges to take still from us.
Yeah, I got the purification card, and so that emotional aspect to this, and saying that part about with some of the most difficult learning can come the greatest healing opportunities, and so this is for all of us. And so with the health crises that we come up against, it brings us deeper into our spiritual understanding, and so none of us are separate from it. Just to kind of outframe from this, tuning in, it doesn't feel anything life-threatening. I think they'll figure it out. I think there will be healing that will continue for you. And so knowing that you'll be okay in this for sure. You'll be more than okay in this. So allowing, they're saying even when you're in the shower, in the bath, out in the rain, allow the water, create the intention with the water to help with the purification, especially with that emotional aspect. And you would understand what that relates to, they're saying. But give the water a job and allow that release to really be purifying for you, Sharon.
I like how you said that. Give water a job. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Stokes was talking about how people might be experiencing headaches, migraines, and stuff. And I know my teenager is currently in bed right now with one. Like no medicine's gonna touch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best of luck, Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you're here. Maybe you'll see this later, but
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching. I didn't see any responses. So.
Yeah, we will be praying. Keep us
Oh,
posted. Mhm.
absolutely. And a lot of those messages will go out to other people anyway. So.
Exactly. Yeah, it was definitely a message for all of us.
yeah. And the healing light date came out. Was that, when is it? July? Is it July 2nd? I can't remember. Or is it 7th?
I should know this.
In July.
July 2nd. You are correct.
July 2nd?
Yeah.
Okay.
July the 2nd.
Everybody here is invited, and bring friends.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Absolutely. Everybody. We're going to switch a little bit here. Well, my daughters. Okay. Are you okay for third party? Can we tune into this or? Yeah.
Why not?
Will my daughter's new money-making venture work out for her? Let us see. Pendulum. Yeah.
Is Lisa here?
She better be.
Yeah, so Sharon is here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a migraine today.
Yes. Oy.
We got you, Sharon. We got you.
There's that dizziness, right?
Yes. It's such not a good feeling, It's, when you're drunk, when you're younger and stupid, and then you drink way too much and you're just laying there and you're dizzy, like nothing takes the dizzy away.
I hate that. Not that I know what that feels like, but I hate that feeling. All right.
I got the yes on my pendulum and I pulled two cards. I got the heart chakra and the enthusiasm. And I feel that those go hand in hand. I feel like she's really passionate about this and in the success, how she defines that. I get very, 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 very successful.
I'm also hearing with that, Kevin, that the success, we measure success in interesting ways.
Dollar bills, y'all.
And so I would love for her to be open to the acknowledging that this is everything, even starting this means success for her. Each step that she's doing and growing and learning and becoming is a step that is success in that moment. And to really celebrate each moment of her new venture. She's learning a lot. She's growing a lot. And this is just this literally is a step to even bigger things. So that is a success in itself. So watch how you're measuring your success. It doesn't always look like, it can look like that. However, just don't miss out on the other parts of that success. This is a stepping stone, and I knew it.
I got the Ace of Coins, which is like ultimate yay on that. But I also got, with the Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords, I think that well, I'll even put this up here too, the Queen of Cups. I think she has support. She has a good support team to help her get through whatever obstacles may come her way with this. I do see things going well for her, but I'm really most of all seeing this as it's almost like boot camp. Like this is her opportunity to test out different things and bounce things off of different people with different ideas, or an approach or business plan, whatever, on what she wants to do. Ultimately, in the end, I think it's going to work out for her very well. But it's such the training ground, but it's a very supportive training ground. It's almost like I see this little safety net under her. I think she's got a really good safety net. And I think it's really going to, and I'm even willing to throw out there that whatever it is she's intending to do right now, it might morph into something else. I think that there's something else that might be an end game for her on this, but it feels good. It feels really good.
Yeah, I agree. I think it feels good too. And I love this card, and they showed me this card in my mind's eye, so I was excited to see it. But you can see them, they went live right there in the computer, and they're watching it, and the numbers are coming in, right? They're like, look at the number. You know how when you launch something and then you watch and you're like, oh my gosh, there's 1,000 people who like that type of feel to it. So she took action. She's making it happen, and you're watching, the anticipation of that coming through. Mm-hmm. And I have the Ace of Swords, and that just, she's breaking through there's a breakthrough here with her, beyond just what normally would be coming, that you are asking for as far as making the money or whatever. It's bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a yes or a no, but I just got that there's something right here, and I don't know if it has to do with communication, but it almost feels and stuck isn't the right word, but that's the best way for me to describe this feeling. It's not stuck. It's just like something needs to be said. And they brought up, like, just for laughing, I don't know what this is, but it's like, the singing telegrams. They brought like that energy and the singing telegrams. So I'm not sure. I'm going to leave this up for you because they're not giving me clarity, but there's something right here, Lisa, for her. Communication.
All righty. JJ, Tuta, is there anything for all the people with the headaches?
Yeah. Ooh.
End with that?
And the dizziness. And for the things that come up that are piling up, I've seen it in the community today. It's just like, this happened, and then this happened, and this happened, and then that happened. It's like, do you guys feel like, can we just get a break? I mean, and not a break. Can we get a rest?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And again, they're going right to the beginning where they're pulling out, like the magic trick and the different colored fabric. And it is, if you know, when you're pulling something and it gets like a little snag, they're like, just work on the snags and just know that the things that are snagging that, you know, that beautiful fabric, it might change the fabric just a little bit. Like if it was silk and it had a snag, and they said that's okay because that's just part of the story. But they said to just keep letting the things emerge. Give yourself permission to just let the things emerge that are ready to, you know, to show themselves. And as far as the health goes, it's just another story, like another line in your story, a line in your paragraph. And there, I don't know what kind of, at first they showed me a typewriter, but now they're just showing me something that makes holes in paper. So there's like a texture. It's not necessarily braille because it's like poking all the way through. And it's almost as if they're saying that saying like it's a story that's old as time, because the things they were poking, it looked like it was the bark from the birch tree. There's like old things at play here. So just a little practice is to just think of that magic trick where you keep pulling out the fabric, the different colors. And yeah, my heart goes out to all of us. It doesn't seem like it's very comfortable right now.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And Carolyn, what Carolyn said, work on your digestive system. That's what I have.
That caught my eye too. It's so true. Yeah. It's our power center, that's for sure. Or one of them. Thanks, everyone.
I don't know, Cheryl.
Oh, the tea. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really interesting because it poked all the way through. I don't know if that was a message of people, how they would leave messages for people before like paper. I don't know, but it's like something was piercing the paper, and it was like it was a language of some sort, a message.
Wait.
Kind of like we ended up where we started from today.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for being here. Whose couch are we on next week? I can't remember.
Well, it would have been my couch, but again, I'm going to be out of town. Thus my being late today.
We are couchless. We'll figure it out amongst us.
But y'all will be alerted. Make sure that you have your bells on, so whoever is on, you're alerted to it. But they'll let you know what they want to do. Maybe something. Maybe since I'm not here, they'll have a party. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, shenanigans.
She's out. We're doing shenanigans.
It could happen.
Yeah, we'll all be drinking magnesium for this magnesium deficiency I'm seeing.
Absolutely.
Electrolytes, magnesium.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you.
But blessings to you. Continue to link in and hold each other up as we are championing each other. We are changing our narrative. We are going to become each other's champions. All right. No more comparison, because it's important that you be fully you now, because we need your piece to the puzzle.
All right. We'll leave you all with that. Thank you. We'll see you
Love
next
you guys.
on the couch. Bye for now.